Student gets suspended for doing the right thing. Recording a racist school teacher. School teacher gets suspended. Student gets suspended. How does this work? How? Let's put it up full mass. In Springfield, Missouri, a Glendale high school teacher who repeatedly used a racial slur in class last week has now resigned. The student who recorded the video has been suspended. What? For doing what exactly? Okay. Let's put up the picture. Here's what was said in the May 9th recording, okay? So we do have the transcript, and I'm going to read it to you. The teacher says, is the word N-word not allowed? All right, so the teacher says it, okay? Student, I'm just saying right now as a teacher, if you want to keep your job, this isn't a threat from me. Teacher, I'm not calling anyone, and then the teacher says N-word again. Student, I understand. Teacher, I can say the word. The teacher said the N-word twice in the video after reportedly saying it several times before the student started to record, all right? She told her mom, who called Glendale high school teachers, the school leaders, the executive staff. The mother said when she arrived at the school before noon, the teacher was actually already being escorted out. All right, good sign, right? Here's the statement from the school itself. Let me read it. The teacher who was initially placed on administrative leave following the situation at Glendale High School is no longer employed by Springfield Public Schools. Furthermore, much speculation has occurred regarding student discipline related to a video recording of the unacceptable classroom incident. Student discipline is confidential per federal law, as Springfield Public Schools cannot disclose specifics related to actions taken. It continues. The student handbook is clear. However, on consequences for inappropriate use of electronic devices, any consequences applied per the scope and sequence would also consider if minors are identifiable in the recording and what, if any, hardships are endured by the students due to a violation of privacy with the dissemination of the video in question. The student who recorded the video is a 15-year-old sophomore named Mary. We are choosing not to use a last name to protect some sense of privacy. And a family has retained an attorney, okay, from Missouri to try and get the SPS to reconsider its actions. The family member pointed out the section that said, here's the quote, their prohibited conduct includes such things as audio or visual recording of faculty or staff in the classroom, acts of violence, disruptions to the class environment, or other acts prohibited by the district's disciplinary guidelines. It prohibits taking photos or videos of acts of violence. So if an assault crime occurred and someone took a video of that, they could get in trouble for capturing evidence of a crime. And that is exactly right. We've reported on those before. Put them up. Glendale High Principal Dr. Joshua Groves and the Superintendent of Springfield Public Schools, Dr. Grenita Lathan, all right? Leadership is with them. Buck stops there. So let's analyze what we have. A student is engaged in a private conversation with a school teacher who is being racist, repeating the N-word over and over again. So much so that the student has time to start recording. And the teacher is so affixed on saying the N-word, the teacher doesn't even notice that the student has started recording. So there's this recording, the recording goes to the right place, and the student gets suspended. The student should be a hero. The student should be championed. This is what you do. The same school that talks about anti-bullying. If you see something, say something. You don't think a teacher using the N-word with a student is a form of bullying? You don't? What message are you sending to the rest of the students? If you see your teacher doing something that's either A, really, really bad, or B, illegal, make sure you don't record it so that we don't have to respond. The reason why that teacher was being escorted out by the time the mother got there at 12 noon is because there was a recording, ladies and gentlemen. If the recording did not exist, that teacher is likely still in that classroom being biased, prejudiced, and racist against other students. So this student did everyone a favor, got punished for it. Sharon, thoughts here?
I really thought when you started to lay out this case, Dr. Richey, that the outcome would be different. We're close to the end of the year, the ceremonies where you walk across the stage and you're recognized, and this student deserves a medal. I hope that the Urban League, NAACP, I know Michael McMillan out of St. Louis, they need to give this student some kind of reward and status symbol to show you're a freedom fighter and keep at it. And I hope the lawsuit prevails against these fools at the school district.
Yeah,
really?
We will update it as that lawsuit comes. I really believe it will come soon.